Welcome to Dorm Room Divits, the podcast where fairway dreams hijack late-night study sessions and the grind of the college life meets the grind of the golf course. We're your hosts, Seth Gunlock
and Aiden Wirtz, two roommates with a shared obsession for birdies, bogeys, and everything in between. If you ever found yourself daydreaming about your swing during a lecture or debating Tiger versus Bryson, instead of writing that paper due at midnight, you're in the right place.
Each week, we dive into stories that make golf more than just a game. From personal tales of triumph and tragedy on the course to spicy PGA hot takes that might just ruffle a few polls. We break down the latest tournaments, dissect the quirks of our favorite players, and serve up commentary with heart, humor, and just the right amount of trash talk. Think of it as your weekly tea time with two guys who'd rather be chasing pins than chasing grades.
So whether you're tuning in from the dorm, the driving range, or somewhere in between, grab your clubs or your coffee, settle in, and get ready to tee up for Dorm Room Divits, where the only thing we take seriously is the game.
Welcome back to another episode of Dorm Room Divits. Today's episode is called Tea Time 2. Tea Time also because we have a special guest that we wanted to include. Mainly for convenience because Aiden is actually gone today. Not just kidding, we love having you. This is my old roommate, Ethan. Today's episode, Ethan, is made up of 3 segments.
Alrighty.
I don't know if you watched episode 1 of our podcast.
I did not, no.
Well, you're not familiar with any of the segments.
Yeah.
But for those people that did listen to our podcast, 2 of these segments will be familiar to you. Today, we're going to start off with a little bit more of the comfort zone with Tea Time Tales. Ethan, that's just kind of a segment, more so based around personal experiences on the golf course and, more of your personal stories with that. So, question 1. What was your most recent golf experience?
My most recent golf experience was, I think it was May or June of this past year in 2025. Came down at the beginning of the summer, played around of golf with Seth and Aiden, and haven't really even thought about golfing much since. Just life's been busy, so haven't made time for it, which probably on me, but saved a few bucks.
I'm sure. I remember when there was a time when you and I were roommates and
we played all the time.
We would play all the time. That was
at least twice a month, if not more.
Yeah, we'd kind of do the range once a week, and then every other week we'd
head up the course. Yeah.
Probably not the smartest idea for college kids.
No, now that we look back on it.
Yeah.
Hey, we were young.
It was fun. It was
great.
Fun.
Yeah.
Kept us out of trouble for sure.
I would say so. Yeah, we could have been doing a lot worse things.
Yes. But yeah, as far as my personal experience goes, get there pretty quick. It's relatively standard experience. I had Aiden with me. We went to the Heston Golf Course off the interstate for those who know. And it's a very beautiful course and really cheap too. It was $34 for the 18 hole, the cart fee, and the like a bucket of range balls. But it wasn't like a typical bucket. It was literally like this bigger, almost like a barrel of balls. There was like 2 of them on the strip of it wasn't even mats either. It was like
mats?
it was
Grass?
actual grass and stuff.
That's nice.
But there was like 2 barrels between kind of like the stations. And the cool thing was too, they had like these little club racks. So you could get out like 5 different clubs you wanted and like prop them up instead of like having to pull them out of your bag. And
what the heck?
That's you need to go. Yeah, and
bougie.
the carts had like a screen with them that had like a course map and GPS in the cart, told you how far you were from the hole, had Bluetooth for music, and
dang, man, bougie golf in Heston, Kansas.
not what we're used to.
Yeah, not at all. We got boonie golf out here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Simple. Simple.
Yep. What was your most memorable golf experience. And what I say by that is, what memory do you think about that gets you going and mad every time you think about it?
I think it's just every time I think about how bad my slice is. Like everyone's comparing their golf swings and talking about their golf game, and then I'm just like, yeah, guys, I have no idea. My slice is just horrible. My slice is terrible, and that's about the biggest golf story I have. I haven't had too many shots. I'm just like, yeah, that's a lot to make me mad. It's like, yep, hit it up straight to the right. What else is new? Yeah.
Reminds me, I saw this one Instagram reel the other day, and it was saying, my buddy, it was pretty much saying my buddy just drove and said, right on the edge of the fairway, not middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's terrible. Can't get much worse than that. And then it was like, you know, that dog with the like awkward face of like,
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So it was like, oh, can't get much worse than that. And then it was my face knowing I'm up next.
Oh, yeah, that's totally me. 100%.
After he just gets over, oh, can't get worse than that.
You thought your shot was bad, huh? Watch mine.
Let me make you feel better about your shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. But yeah, that's pretty much Tea Time Tales, Ethan. Like I
Okay,
said, just
yeah.
personal stories. So if you like that one and you want to come back on another episode, we'll include it. As for you, loyal listeners, let us know if you want to keep Tea Time Tales around now that we've had it on the show twice. Stick around for the next segment. It's actually the new segment of the episode, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for sticking around for segment 2 of today's episode. I want to personally introduce you to Rewinding Replays. For the viewers and Ethan, this is a segment more so analyzing our past in golf, kind of our journeys of looking back or rewinding. How might you handle something different, or what advice did you take away from that? So there's kind of the replay. So rewinding replays. Think back to when you started golf. If you could rewind and replay your beginning experience, what would you change, or what advice would you give your past self?
I think the advice that I would give my past self would be your own golfer. Like, don't try and copy what other people are doing, and don't like compare yourself with others, just because, at least for me, I started playing golf with people that have been playing golf for a while. So they had more time to figure things out and practice. Yeah. Whereas, I don't know how it is for most people that start playing golf, but I started playing with people that had played for a while, and I was brand new, and I was just like, man, I really suck. But then after, I was like, oh wait, these guys have been playing way longer than I just started.
Yeah.
So don't compare yourself to others. Just be your own golfer.
Yeah. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to expand on that.
Yeah, go for it.
That's kind of one of my takeaways too. There are so many good golfers out there that most people run to. Okay, they're doing this. They're doing golf right. I'm gonna just copy everything about them. But you have to remember that golf is built up of a set of fundamentals and basic, underlying mechanics.
Yeah.
Across the board, okay? But then, once you get those mechanics down, is where the personalized game comes in. Because I can't watch a YouTube video and mentally copy Bryson DeChambeau and then physically execute.
Yeah.
I don't care how many times I try, because I will never be, there's so many factors. Same height, same build, same muscles.
Yeah. Same swing.
Same swing. There's too much of that. So you need to make golf your own. You know, watch people for the fundamentals, and then my leading into my next set of advice is if something's not working, don't be afraid to tweak it. I think back to when Aiden first started golfing, and I would watch him struggle a little bit because he was one trying to mimic those professional golfers to a T and get the same results, which is honestly unrealistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And two, in Aiden's mind, when he saw something that worked for someone else, he would work and work and work to get that to work for him. But that, if it doesn't work, that might not mean you're doing it wrong. That just might mean that's not what's for you.
Yeah.
So if something doesn't work after, a little bit of time, don't put a ton of time into something. Because once you find that sweet spot, you're going to find that sweet spot. So, don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to make adjustments if something's not working. Not necessarily right away, but don't spend forever on it. Like I said, don't be afraid to ask for advice either. I'm sure everyone knows someone that's into golf. But also, if you're at the range and you notice someone hitting really well, don't be afraid to go up to them. Because if they're hitting really well, that means they put in the time and they're most likely passionate about golf. I don't know about you, but I'm one that loves sharing my passions with other people. So if anyone came up to me and was like, hey, your 3-wood shot, you're pretty good at that. Like, would you show me how to do that? Or tell me what I can do better? That would get me geeking out. That wouldn't shut me down. So
That makes sense.
Passions.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah. Indeed.
You have any other advice?
I don't think so. No, I mean, I don't really golf that much. I haven't been golfing for that long, so I don't know. I'm probably the one that needs the advice rather than giving it.
Yep. So yeah, just a quick rundown. Don't get discouraged. Golf is a journey, not a moment. Takes time to learn. So don't get discouraged. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. Don't be afraid to tweak your shot a little bit, because that just might mean you haven't found what works best for you. I would say those are kind of the three main things I would start myself with. But if you have more golf advice that we didn't cover or that you disagree with, we love comments, we love feedback. Anything you give us, we'll take it. So thank you for that in advance, and stick around for segment 3. Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to segment 3. This one's one we introduced on the first episode. It's called Dorm Room Debates. So for those who don't know, it's more of a personal opinion and not necessarily personal experience.
Okay.
But it's kind of more of the hot take. There might be some disagreements, there might be some agreements, but it's more of that opinionated question sort of thing. So, started off, Ethan, would you rather drive 350 yards or never 3-putt ever again?
I'd rather never 3-putt ever again. Just because I suck on the greens. I'm really bad. And so, if I just never had to worry about that, I'll just work on everything else. Work on fixing my drive, work on my irons, work on all that, and then just be like, time to putt. I'm never going to 3-putt. So, hey, maybe take a little pressure off, I guess.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. You look at the scorecard, and most of my strokes come from putting. And that's kind of the one thing you can't work on at the range.
No.
Like you said, you can work on your drives, woods, irons, but you can't really putt. So, I can always work on my other shots, but don't really want to worry about putting,
Yeah.
especially when that's the big struggle. So let me ask you this. Is golf more mental or more mechanical for you?
Oh, shoot. Probably depends on the day. For we're really talking about like if we're out there like playing just to have fun, it's probably gonna like and we're like scrambling or whatever.
Mhm.
Probably gonna be more mechanical. It's gonna be like working on trying to hit the
Mhm.
best shot I can. But like we're going out there and we're each playing, no scrambling, mano y mano. It's probably gonna be more mental just because
Yeah.
I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose. I want to win. And I'm just gonna hit a bad shot, as happens every time I play golf.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Gosh, dang it, I suck." Yeah. But yeah, probably depends on the day if it's mechanical or mental.
Yeah.
So
I kind of agree. As I was writing this episode, I was talking to Aiden about it, and we kind of had a little discussion. Well, what I came up with was there are kind of for the most part, four stages to golf. I mean, there's when you first pick up the game. There's when you're a little good, but you're still trying to figure out your shot. There's the stage where you figured out your shot, and then there's the rest of your life.
yeah,
So I think whenever you first pick up golf, it is like 60% mental, 60% mechanical. Why I say that is because you aren't a consistent golfer yet. You're still learning. You know, you're going to have a lot of uh, bad shots that need mechanical attention along with mental attention because you do not want to get shut down by those beginning range sessions as it is so easy to do. So, as you said, you know, not very consistent in your game, you're going to need a stronger mentality and to really focus on those the mechanical side of golf. So that's why the math isn't mathing with the beginner. Okay.
yeah.
Just
Okay.
kind of takes a little extra of both, you know.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Okay, so once you've picked up golf, you kind of got the basics down. You're at the stage where you want to figure out your game and how you can take yourself, your mentality, your physique, and play the best you can. Well, I think that's going to be more mechanical because you're breaking down your shot and you are that's all you're focusing on. And so I would say about 70% mechanical, 30% mental after you got the basics down. And then once you have your shot figured out and you're starting to hit more consistently, that's where the mental really comes into play because you have this idea of the golfer you are in your mind. So anytime you miss that mark, whether it's a shot, a whole round, a hole, whatever it is, if you don't hit that mark, your mentality is really
Yeah,
going to
it's gonna
suffer.
tank.
It's going to exponentially tank. So that's where after you've kind of figured out your shot, I think mental is the overarching concern for a golfer.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you kind of get into that stage of golf, especially if you're not a competitor, where you're just kind of comfortable with golf. Like it's kind of your favorite thing to do. You're doing it with the boys. You know your shot. You know your game. You're confident in yourself and who you are as a golfer, and that's where that extra 20% that you were at the beginner, you don't need to worry about.
Okay.
So I would kind of say, you know, 40-40
40-40
towards the end.
Okay.
So you're putting more work at the beginning, so that
And as
in the
time
end,
goes,
as time
you're
goes
just like
on, you're just more
autopilot.
relaxed, kind of
Yeah.
autopilot, muscle memory. So
Yeah.
in the end, the math does math.
The math is in
The
the
math
end.
maths in the
Cancels
end.
out.
Yep, but that's my standing. I don't know. You agree?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not that big of a golfer myself.
Oh
but
man, could you see
yeah.
it being logical?
It's logical. Yeah, I kind of I get where he's coming from.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I feel like that's the best way I can put
yeah. I don't even know what I'd say to that. But yeah, yeah.
it. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Ethan.
No, absolutely. It's a blast. Yeah.
And to the viewer or the listener, thank you for sticking around all the way through. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Let us know if you want Ethan to come back. He's such a great guy to have here in the booth. And what you think about the segment so far. Between the first two episodes, we have kind of 5 segments out there. Four more traditional, and then one that was kind of bonus specifically for the first episode to kick off the series. But honestly, if y'all liked it, y'all want to bring it back, then let us know in the comments. We love feedback, and we love to hear what y'all want to hear. Not only do we want to enjoy the show, but we also want you to enjoy the show. So, thank you so much for listening, and join us for the next episode. That's a wrap on this week's Tea Time, folks. Whether you're grinding through finals or grinding out a new swing,
We hope Dorm Room Divots gave you a little escape and maybe a laugh or two. If you like what you heard, hit that follow button, drop us a rating, and share it with your golf crew.
we'll be back next week with more stories, more takes, and probably more bogeys. Until then, keep chasing pins and skipping class. Responsibly, of course.